Throughout history, countless civilizations have risen to unimaginable heights, only to vanish without a trace. While archaeologists and historians point to war, famine, or natural disasters, many ancient texts tell a different story, one of divine judgment and punishment. Today, we're diving into the legendary tales of civilizations believed to have been wiped out by a higher power. Are these just myths, or do they hold a warning for us all? Let's find out. Our first stop is the legendary city of Sodom and Gomorrah, a story familiar to millions from the book of Genesis. Located in the Jordan River Valley, these cities were said to be thriving centers of wealth and prosperity. But their abundance was allegedly matched only by their moral decay. The story goes that their wickedness reached a point where God decided to intervene directly. Before the destruction, two angels, disguised as men, arrived in Sodom. A righteous man named Lot offered them shelter in his home. However, the men of the city surrounded Lot's house, demanding that he hand over his guests for their own cruel purposes. This act was the final straw. The angels revealed their divine nature to Lot and urged him to flee with his family immediately, warning him not to look back under any circumstances. As dawn broke, a cataclysmic event unfolded. The Bible describes fire and brimstone raining down from the heavens, utterly incinerating Sodom, Gomorrah, and all the surrounding plains. Everything and everyone was destroyed. In a tragic final detail, Lot's wife, unable to resist the urge, glanced back at her burning home and was instantly turned into a pillar of salt. For centuries, Sodom and Gomorrah were considered pure allegory. But modern archaeology has added a fascinating twist. Some scholars believe the site of Tal el-Hamma in modern-day Jordan could be the historical Sodom. Excavations have revealed a prosperous Bronze Age city that was suddenly and violently destroyed. Around 1650 BC, the evidence points to an extreme, high-temperature event that melted pottery, mud bricks, and even human bones into glass. What could cause such devastation? Scientists have proposed a cosmic airburst, similar to the Tunguska event in 1908, where a meteor or comet exploded in the atmosphere with the force of thousands of atomic bombs. This explosion would have created a superheated blast wave, instantly leveling the city and aligning eerily with the biblical description of fire from the sky. Whether a meteor or divine wrath, the story of Sodom serves as a powerful cautionary tale about the consequences of a society losing its moral compass. Next, we journey to the Mediterranean to uncover the mystery of the Minoan civilization. Flourishing on the island of Crete from around 2700 to 1450 BC, the Minoans were a remarkable people. They were master sailors, talented artists, and brilliant engineers who built magnificent palaces like the one at Knossos, famous for its labyrinth and the legend of the Minotaur. Their society was peaceful and advanced, with intricate plumbing systems and stunning frescoes depicting vibrant scenes of daily life, nature, and mysterious religious ceremonies. For over 1,000 years, they dominated the Aegean Sea. Then, around 1600 BC, everything changed. The nearby volcanic island of Thera, now known as Santorini, experienced one of the most violent eruptions in human history. The explosion was colossal, hundreds of times more powerful than a nuclear bomb. It triggered a mega tsunami that would have slammed into the northern coast of Crete, wiping out coastal towns, fleets, and agricultural lands in an instant. The sky would have been black for days, as volcanic ash rained down, poisoning the soil and water sources, leading to widespread famine and societal collapse. The heart of the Minoan civilization was ripped out. While science gives us the how, ancient legends might give us the why. Some interpretations connect the Minoan collapse to the story of Atlantis, the utopian island kingdom described by the Greek philosopher Plato. In his account, Atlantis was a powerful naval empire that became corrupt and arrogant. Its people grew greedy and waged unjust wars. As punishment for their hubris, the gods, led by Zeus, sank the entire island beneath the sea in a single day and night of violent earthquakes and floods. Many scholars believe Plato's story of Atlantis was inspired by the very real and dramatic collapse of the Minoan civilization. The sudden, cataclysmic end of a powerful, advanced island nation due to a natural disaster was a story too powerful not to be retold. It became a timeless myth about pride coming before a fall, a divine lesson taught through fire and water. Our journey now takes us to the Americas, to the heart of the great Maya civilization. From around 2000 BC to 900 AD, the Maya dominated Mesoamerica. They weren't a single empire, but a collection of powerful city-states like Tikal, Calakmul, and Palenque. They were brilliant astronomers, developing a complex calendar more accurate than any in Europe at the time. They created a sophisticated hieroglyphic writing system, built towering pyramids that pierced the jungle canopy, and had a deep understanding of mathematics, even developing the concept of zero independently. For centuries, their culture thrived in the dense rainforests of what is now southern Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize. But then, in the 8th and 9th centuries AD, something went terribly wrong. In a period known as the Classic Maya Collapse, the great southern cities were rapidly abandoned. Construction of grand temples halted, dynasties of powerful kings ended, and populations plummeted. The jungle slowly reclaimed the magnificent stone cities, and within a few generations, they were ghost towns. For years, the reason for this collapse was a profound mystery. Modern research suggests a combination of factors, but at the core of it seems to be a self-inflicted environmental disaster. The Maya kings were in constant competition, trying to outdo each other by building bigger temples and supporting larger populations. This led to massive deforestation to clear land for agriculture and to burn limestone to make the plaster for their monumental architecture. This widespread deforestation altered local weather patterns, leading to severe, prolonged droughts. The very lifeblood of their civilization, the rain, vanished. Maya inscriptions from this period speak of desperation, failed rituals, and kings who could no longer command the rains from the gods. Their own sacred texts, like the Popolvuh, emphasize the importance of balance with nature and respect for the gods who provide sustenance. In their worldview, the prolonged drought would have been seen as a clear sign of divine displeasure. The gods, who gave them life through maize and rain, were now withholding their blessings as punishment for the king's hubris and the society's unsustainable practices. The collapse wasn't a sudden event like a volcanic eruption, but a slow, agonizing demise brought on by disrespecting the very environment that sustained them, a divine punishment delivered not by fire, but by thirst. Finally, we travel back to ancient India to explore the legends surrounding the Indus Valley civilization, one of the world's first great urban cultures. Flourishing around the same time as ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, cities like Mohenjo-daro and Harappa were marvels of urban planning. They had grid-like street layouts, advanced drainage and sewage systems, and multi-story brick houses. Their society was highly organized, with standardized weights and measures and a mysterious script that we still haven't deciphered. For nearly 1,000 years, they thrived along the banks of the Indus River and the now dried-up Gagar-Hakra River. Then, around 1900 BC, this vibrant civilization began a steady decline, and its great cities were eventually abandoned. The cause has long been debated, with theories ranging from invasion to disease. But one of the most compelling explanations aligns with ancient Hindu texts, particularly the Rig Veda. These scriptures describe the mighty warrior god Indra, the king of heaven, and the god of thunder and rain. One of Indra's most famous titles is Vritrahan, meaning the slayer of Vritra. Vritra was a mythical serpent or dragon who had hoarded all the world's waters, causing a catastrophic drought. In the myth, Indra battles and defeats Vritra, releasing the trapped waters and restoring life to the land. Some historians theorize that the myth of Indra slaying Vritra is a symbolic retelling of a real series of events. They suggest that the Indus people, through engineering, may have created a complex system of dams and levees to control the river's flow for agriculture, in effect, hoarding the waters. A major climate shift or tectonic event, like an earthquake, could have destroyed this system, leading to catastrophic floods followed by the river changing its course, causing the devastating drought that the myths describe. Another, more dramatic interpretation of the ancient text speaks of Indra wielding a powerful weapon, a blazing bolt that destroyed 99 fortresses. Within the ruins of Mohenjo-daro, skeletons were found lying in the streets and buried, and some areas show evidence of vitrification, rock and clay fused by intense heat. While highly controversial, some fringe theorists have speculated this could be evidence of an ancient, advanced weapon, seeing it as divine retribution from Indra himself. Whether a shifting climate or a mythical weapon, the story suggests a civilization whose relationship with its most vital resource, water, broke down, leading the gods to reclaim it. From the fiery end of Sodom to the watery grave of Atlantis, from the silent, thirsty demise of the Maya to the enigmatic collapse of the Indus Valley, these stories echo through time. They speak of civilizations that reached for the heavens but forgot the foundations they stood upon, whether those foundations were moral, environmental, or spiritual. Science provides us with logical explanations: meteors, volcanoes, climate change, but it is fascinating how these explanations often align with the core themes of the ancient myths: pride, corruption, and disrespect for the natural and divine order. Perhaps these tales are more than just stories. Perhaps they are timeless warnings, reminding us that no matter how advanced we become, we are still part of a larger system, and that balance, humility, and respect are essential for survival. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys into the mysteries of the past.